UFC reference. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing out there? We ready to go. We ready to drop the prediction. But of course, before I say my prediction, I want to know what you guys think. But let's look at the chat real quick as we start the episode. What episode are we on? We're doing too many of these. I don't even know. Episode 15. Episode 15. Still going strong. So every Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, you get the Boxing Fanatico live episodes. And we are now on episode 15. And I want to take a look at this. Hashim with the Let's Go Champ. Thank you very much, Hashim. I appreciate it so much having you come in here on all the live streams. Hugh Jakes, how's it going, Fanatico? And Hugh Jakes took it to the next level. The first ever member that I've ever had on this channel. Thank you so much, Hugh Jakes. Much appreciated. Guys, we got the likes at 3. I know we could get it higher than 3. Heck, we got more than 3 people talking right here. I know we could get it higher than 3, guys. Come on, get the likes up. It'll help the channel. It'll keep pushing the channel. It'll keep pushing me doing these live streams and talking to you guys who I love so much. Thank you, Hugh Jakes. I can't thank you enough. Just leaving your comment there just for a little bit longer, or just showing that you became a member just a little bit longer, because that this is a momentous moment or a monumental moment. First member in Boxing Fanatico history. Thank you, Hugh Jakes. Adrian Jones, we're ready for your prediction. They're going to have the same judges from the Tank Ryan fight. But why does the judges from the Tank Ryan fight? Oh, yikes. Yeah, I remember that. I was going to say, why did it matter? Because it was a knockout. But I do remember those that Ryan Garcia debacle where he won round 2, even though he got dropped by one of them. And it was a tie by the other 2. So, yeah, that's a little rough. But technically speaking, the card did show that Tank was winning the majority of the fight. Most of them had Ryan winning that weird round 2, and then some had round 1. But a lot of people just really had either a 10-9 for that round and the rest of the rounds going to Tank. So, I mean, Tank had not that much activity, but he still, I think it was fishy. But still, hopefully they saw that they were put on blast for that, and they don't do something crazy come this fight, because this is a big one. This is the true super fight, guys. Tank versus Ryan was how do I put it? That was a spectacle. Everybody wanted to watch. Casuals, hardcore, but it was because of a spectacle. Like, it was a big show. This might not be as big as that. It does feel like it's pretty big, though, right? It's like there's a lot of buzz behind this fight. But besides that, this is the real, to see who's a top pound for pound fighter, to see who's a top 135 pound division fighter, who's the best of the best at 135, or even who's the best of the best, period. This is to see, because whoever wins this fight, you got to give them that nudge. They got to be in that at least top 3 pound for pound, 100%. And I wouldn't even go as far as maybe putting them number 2 or number 1, depending, because it's a what have you done for me lately kind of thing. All right, let's see. Hugh Jakes, of course, my guy, Hugh the Dev. Let's pray they don't have the same ref as Rolly. Yikes. Rolly versus Barroso did. Tony the Thief Weeks. Come on, man. Tony Weeks have had good nights too. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't always trying to, you know what I'm saying? But I get what you mean. That was crazy. There's people that showed it in different angles, and maybe he didn't see it, or maybe he thought Barroso was too old to take those hits. Who knows? But it's whatever. Who do you guys have, though? I gotta open my sparkling water. Who do you guys have winning this fight? Now, I got everything set up for you guys so you can see it nice and clear and how I'm gonna break it down. But who do you guys have winning this fight? Devin Haney or Lomachenko? I'm gonna tell y'all my prediction. but I want to know who you guys have winning the fight. First time catching the stream, Rashid Wilson. Hey, we appreciate it, man. First time, second time, third time, it doesn't matter. As long as you coming in, chilling, we love it, man. We love it. First time catching the stream. Keep up the good content. Loma by majority decision. Oh, we got a Loma by majority decision. Dion Logan, what's up, Fanatico? What's going on, Dion? Adrian Dones, bad scoring. Yeah. With those judges, 100%. I got my best. Oh, what's my best? Oh, what that mean? I don't know what that means. I'm finally off today, gang. It's good to see you, bro. Jumpman23, yo, it's good to see you too. Glad you're in here for prediction night, episode 15, where we're about to finally give the prediction. Now, I've had the prediction already in my head for about, I want to say, a week and a half already. Breaking down the film and all that stuff. And I had an idea. It's almost, I treat myself like a scientist, right? I have a hypothesis of who I think is going to win. Then I dig deep into the data, and then I come out the other side and with an objective, or I guess subjective, but non-biased view of who I believe will win based off of what I've seen, right? So that I had my hypothesis, went in, did the data confirmed my hypothesis, and then now we're going to show the breakdown of all of that stuff, and we're going to go ahead and make the prediction. Anyone can have a bad night. Anyone, yep, 100%. Anybody can. I got my bet on Lomachenko. I think he'll win. I'm round 7 with a cross counter. I have no idea why I think that specific round and move, but I think it. Okay, cool. Hey, listen, you probably had a dream. They came in with the cross counter in the round 7 and knocked him out, and then you just going to go with that, man, because you're going with your gut. Anthony Merchant, what's going on, brother? I think Devin Haney is a little cocky. He thinks that Lomachenko will be an easy fight. All right. Aloha Bama, 50-50. This is definitely a 50-50 fight. This is one of those real 50-50 fights. You know what I'm saying? Like when Devin Haney was fighting people like, I don't know, what's this guy's name? Forget the Cuban guy he fought. Even though they try to make it seem like it was 50-50, it wasn't 50-50. When Lomachenko was fighting people like Nakatani, they try to make it seem like it was 50-50. That wasn't 50-50. This is really 50-50. This is really 50-50. Okay, it's just Jay. Loma. Okay, I think you said before you had Haney on this one. Oh, let's see, Sir Kiken. Let's see. A draw. That's a very... that is a very risky prediction because those don't happen often. Devin and 12 split decision. This is a rough one for me. I think Loma will have to destroy Haney to get a decision. I wonder why you would think that, because Haney only for example, the whole thing is being produced by Top Rank. Haney's contract is up with Top Rank after this fight, so I think if the people putting the event together is their best interest is, if anyone was going to get robbed, it would be Devin Haney. Not saying that he would, but I'm just saying there's no incentive to rob Loma with Devin Haney because he's leaving Top Rank after this. I think I'm leaning towards Loma. This is going to be the first trilogy in history where all 3 results in a draw, split draw, majority draw, and draw. Damn, you imagine that? That's very rare. That's actually so rare it's never happened before. I got Devin Haney. I got Devin winning. Okay. I don't know if you've been asked, but how have you been, Fanatico? I've been amazing. I've been really good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. By the way, it's Jay the Boxer from your Twitch stream. Hey, Jay, what's up, man? How you doing? You were the dude that your family was like, you felt a lot of pressure. You were getting into boxing. You wanted to do well in boxing, right? Am I right? I think I remember you. And this was like years back. This is how much I remember you guys, man, when you guys come in the chat. I could be wrong though, but I think that that's the Jay that I'm talking about. I didn't know his contract was up. I didn't know. Oh yeah, his contract's up. He only had I think it was a 3-fight deal. Forgot to say, I actually really want Loma to win, though. It's a bit more interesting if Haney wins. Yeah, it would be a bit more interesting if Haney wins. I do agree with that. Yep, it's me. Dang, you remember. Of course, man. I remember you guys, man. I'm never gonna forget Hugh the Dev and Hashim 47 and Adrian Dones and even AP whatever. He's not in here right now, but I won't forget him either. Steve-O, what's going on, bro? It's tough to say because I know Devin Haney's got more power, but they call Lomachenko the Matrix for a reason. Okay, here we go. It is time for us to switch over so that we could break this down. Let's switch over on this side right here. All right, here we are. Here we are. Now, I put this video together. So, yeah, I shouldn't be taken down because it's like in super slow motion. It's just segments and snippets and stuff like that. So, everything should be on the up and up, even though the other one should have been on the up and up, but because it was fair use, but who knows? I want to fight you in Fight Night round 3 so bad, bro. Yo, that used to be my game, bro. I used to play that thing like crazy. All right, here we go. Here we go. So, let's talk about Devin Haney's preferred fighting location. Now, here one thing I'm gonna mention, there's a lot of things that these guys do, but I'm gonna talk about key things that I think will be the determining factor for why why one person will beat the other. All right, so let's look at the good things Haney does and what he likes to do when he fights his opponents. All right, we got more comments here. Hold on, Danny. I still think Haney wins much as I want it to go the other way. Jab's damn good. He's younger, bigger, and has legit skills. Now, here's one thing with he's younger. Top Rank streaming the weigh-in now. They are doing the official weigh-in right now, but they weighed in already earlier today. And I believe Devin Haney came in at 134.9 and Lomachenko came in at 135. So AP, whatever, I'll see you, brother. So it looks like they're going to make weight, right? I mean, it would be crazy for them to have gained weight. If anything, they're probably going to lose maybe a little bit more weight coming into the official weigh-in. But yeah, they should be good. Just something I think is really cool. I'm in high school and I have a friend who's in school's boxing club with me, and at our club meeting, I saw that he has a 21-0 record in amateur boxing record. Nice. That's so cool. That's so cool. All right. Now, let's go ahead. You guys see it, right? You guys see everything here? Okay. Number one thing Devin Haney loves is his jab, and everybody knows that. And one thing I'm going to say about their age, don't get caught up in the age. I think Lomachenko is 35, and I think Devin Haney is 24 or 25. Floyd Mayweather was 36, I think, when he fought Canelo, and Canelo was like 23. So Canelo was much younger, with more experience than Devin Haney, and Floyd Mayweather was still able to completely outclass him to the point where that was Floyd Mayweather's easiest fight. And Canelo was much bigger than Floyd. So I'm not saying that I think that Lomachenko is going to win because I just said that. I'm just saying that don't let that be too much of a thing that, wraps your head and makes you think, oh, this fight is automatically gonna go to Devin Haney, right? Don't think that. Don't think that. We've seen people that are super high elite level, once in a generational talent, be able to fight very effectively at the age of 35, as did Floyd Mayweather. I got Haney, but I know Loma bringing it. Okay, oh snap. I don't know why I thought Loma was older than that. Nah. He only 35. Younger than Floyd Mayweather when Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo Alvarez. Think about that. And with a lot less pro fight wear and tear. And amateur is not as bad as pros because amateurs only 3 rounds and they're not really going for knockouts at amateurs. It's all about points. So you get jabbed up like crazy in the amateurs. Is much more calm, relaxed in comparison to the pros where they're trying to knock you out cold. All right, here we go. I got to get into this, man. It's super hard, but I got to get into it. I'm going to get right back to the comments as soon as I start breaking all of this stuff down for you guys. All right, so Devin Haney loves to use the jab. That's his favorite thing. Why? Because his favorite place to fight is on the outside. He don't like fighting on the inside. And he'll do everything in his power. He'll push you away. He'll do everything. He'll use the jab. He'll double up the jab to keep you at the distance that he's comfortable. Now, I'm going to show some positive elements of him using that tactic. And then we're going to go ahead and show some negative elements of what happens when he's fighting in a space that he's uncomfortable. So he'll use the jab right there to keep a distance. Same thing here, uses the jab, likes fighting in that range right there. Enough space for him to put some, put the jab straight and get a good leverage on his punch. But even see how he come in and start destroying him. He still likes to stay somewhat outside so that he could complete his punches in a more comfortable range, right? Same thing here. Uses the jab, keep him away. Then throws the straight right. Wants to stay on the outside. When we get on the inside, he starts to clinch. He starts to hold on. He doesn't want to engage on the inside. Stays far on the outside, throws the hook, gets out the way, keeps that distance. And here, this is another thing that people need to watch out with Devin Haney, is that this punch looks like it's going to the body, right? It looks like it's going to the body, but anybody who's seen this fight knows this punch is not going to the body. Well, one thing that Devin Haney loves to do is that super tilted overhand right. And it looks super deceptive because he might be looking at his body right now. He might be looking at his eyes and he sees he's looking at his body, and everything in his body language tells him he's going for the body, but he lifts that bad boy up and boom, comes in with a crazy overhand right. And he's able to do that from the space. The space is what allows him to do that. Now let's look at what happens when Devin Haney is in no man's land, or where he doesn't want to be. When Devin Haney is where he doesn't want to be, that's when things go south for him. And the perfect fight to show this is his fight with Jojo Diaz, because Jojo Diaz made it a really tough night for Devin Haney. He didn't even let him do any of the stuff that he wanted to do. He held a tight guard, made sure that if he was faking low and coming up with an overhand right, he was going to catch it anyways because his guard was tight. And if you see it here, Devin Haney actually attempts that move that we just saw. He attempts it here, but look, he gets nothing out of it because Jojo Diaz is either he's protecting both the body and the head with a nice tight tucked in guard, right? And Devin Haney doesn't really adjust to that, right? Gets hit, he's coming inside. Look at how he's pushing him out because he doesn't want to be in that inside range. He doesn't like the inside. He doesn't like fighting on the inside in any way, shape, or form. Once again, he goes for it again. Gets nothing out of it because Jojo Diaz has a good guard upstairs and putting on pressure. He's going to go again. He's going to go for it again, by the way. So it's almost like he's not even learning from those mistakes. It's like he feels like he wants to force that punch, and that's not a good sign when it comes to Devin Haney. But right now we're looking at the negatives of Devin Haney, right? You don't want to keep forcing a punch over and over again. You want to give different looks to see if you can figure out a way to get in. If you can't get in through the front door, if you can't get in through the side door, you got to try the back door. You got to try the chimney. You got to try so many different locations, so many different ways to set it up before you throw it. Maybe jab the body so you can bring his hands down a little bit more. Jab, fake that you're going under, and then come in with an overhand right. But he wasn't doing that. He was going naked with the overhand right. And then again, boom, gets smothered. Doesn't like being in here. Comes in aggressively, is going to be difficult. Now we're going to look at the positives of Lomachenko. Now here's a cool thing. This is a rock. When a rock meets a hard place, when a hard place and a rock or an immovable object meets a unshakable wall or whatever. This is this fight because Lomachenko, on the other hand, he likes to fight on the inside. So we got a person who likes to fight on the outside, that's where they're comfortable, versus a person who likes to fight on the inside, and that's where they're comfortable. Now, if Devin Haney stays on the outside, he's going to be able to win this fight. If Lomachenko keeps his fight on the inside, he's going to be able to win this fight, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at the things that Lomachenko likes to do. One of the things that Lomachenko loves to do that a lot of people don't do is that he likes to throw the 2-1 combination as opposed to the more traditional 1-2. And what I mean by that is the 1-2 is the jab straight. He likes to throw the straight jab. Now, what this does, believe it or not, is one, it allows him to create his angles where he'll throw the 2 first. So it's all of this is allowing him to kind of create offensive traffic for any of your punches coming as he's turning this way. And then he'll throw the 1 with a swivel jab and then come to the side, so he'll have an angle on you and you'll be covered up. If you cover up, he's gonna angle you. If you try to engage with him, he could just easily escape, right? So, but basically what he wants to do is he wants to catch you in that angle, and the 2-1 lets him do that. The swivel jab also does something else. It turns your jab into a semi-power shot, because the only reason a jab is not a power shot is because you're throwing it right here. But if you throw this and then throw this, you get the torque on top of your power jab. So basically, you're getting blasted with power shots. It's bang, 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 bang. Even the jab feels like a power shot because he threw the 2 before he threw the 1. And not a lot of people use this in boxing, the swivel jab, but Lomachenko is a master at the swivel jab, an absolute master. All right, unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Sir Kaiken, thank you very much. That's what I was trying to say. Now, he'll almost always, this is what he does when he's fighting left-handed fighters. Right-handed fighters as a lefty, as a southpaw. He'll almost always lead with the left hand, which is his rear hand, when usually the lead hand is the one you lead with. So that's already throwing off his opponents in terms of rhythm, in terms of oscillating punches, because you're usually waiting for that jab. If you're pinning his jab, it's not helping you in any way, shape, or form. So your jab, using your jab to pin his jab, not doing anything, not doing things in your favor, because all he's going to do is come with that 2 first. Then you're going to have to drop and figure out what to do, and he's going to come in with that swivel jab, right? So you'll notice he always likes to start, boom. Even if it's a hook to the body and it's not a 2, he loves to start his combinations with the rear hand. Then he'll come in, see, boom, boom. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's that swivel jab that he likes to throw. He throws the 2 first, boom. See, throws that 2 first, boom, 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 right there, swivel jab. And that adds power to his jab because he's turning. It makes him turn as opposed to just coming straight in. He's boom, boom. It's turning, so it's adding power and creating, and basically essentially turning it into a power shot. Right? Once again, ducks, boom, boom. He missed that punch, but his oscillating punches start with the 2, usually start with the 2 and end with the 1. But now I just showed this to show the difference of what happens when Lomachenko is fighting somebody that's also southpaw. He'll normally start with the 1. He'll normally start with the 1 because it makes sense. Now you guys are mirrors to each other. He doesn't necessarily have to throw that 2, so he'll start with the 1. And you'll see that happening when he's fighting somebody that is a southpaw. Just like that, he'll start with the 1. And he'll do it a lot. When he's fighting a southpaw, you'll see it a lot. He'll jab normally. He'll be very traditional with a southpaw. But once again, when it is not a southpaw, he goes with the 2 first. Boom, leads with the 2 every single time. Not every single time, but a majority of the time. And that's what allows him to angle out that way. Because if you started with a jab, let's say if you're this way, you started with a jab and you're trying to angle out that way, it's awkward for you to keep piling on punches because this punch is in a more comfortable spot than this one. You would have to either throw an uppercut to the body, uppercut to the head or something, but it's more comfortable to go bam, and then you could keep going bam, 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 right? So that's what he likes to do. Boom, see, starts with the 2, then continues. And if you go down like that, it's very deadly. He's circling to keep him from angling, but it's very deadly because Lomachenko could still figure out ways to angle you just like that. Slip, came around, he ducked thinking he was going to do something. Nope. And again, he leads with that 2. He leads with that, or with the rear hand. Again, bam, leads with the rear hand. Was going to do a swivel jab right there. But it looked like Nakatani fell, so he wasn't even able to hit him with the swivel jab. He rather just have tried to let him fall. Once again, you can see him coming in on the inside, loves fighting on the inside, boom, starting it off with the rear hand as he does a lot loving using the rear hand, especially against right-handed fighters. Boom, again. Lomachenko's really good at catching you with that very sneakily. But let's look at what happens when Lomachenko is in a space that he does not like to be in. He's in a space that he does not like to be in. And this was seen perfectly with Jermaine Ortiz. Even though people want to say, oh no, Teofimo gave him problems. Really, he could have beaten Teofimo in that fight if he wanted to. And I'm not talking about the hurt shoulder. I'm not talking about the hurt shoulder. I'm talking about what you saw from Lomachenko from round 7 on. He could have done that, but I think there was some sort of a looming fear of Teofimo Lopez's power. Something that I don't think he's gonna have against Devin Haney. But let's see what happens. First of all, Jermaine Ortiz was a very regular sparring partner of Lomachenko, which shows Lomachenko's grit and his want to challenge himself. A person that really knows him skill-wise, because they're a regular sparring partner, he goes up against him in a one-on-one pro bout. That says a lot. That speaks volumes about Lomachenko's want to prove how good he is, right? So one thing that Ortiz did that was super good was that he completely nullified Lomachenko's angling. And even though Lomachenko would throw the 2-1, he would try to angle, and Ortiz did one simple thing. He would come down and bring this hand out. This is basically a roadblock, because if Lomachenko goes right this way, he's going to go right into a clinch. And that was a smart thing that Ortiz did, and it threw Lomachenko off. So we'll see it right here. You're going to see he's going to start with the 2. He's going to go with the 1 with the swivel jab, and look at the arm right there. Look at the arm come up. No angle for you. Holds him. Keeps him from piling up punches. So basically, he's only giving Lomachenko 2 free shots. If Lomachenko gets this 2-1 off, which he's doing it again, he's getting just 2, and that's it, right? Same thing. Bang, bang, swivel jab. Look at the arm. Super smart by Jermaine Ortiz. A really effective tool to stopping the angle, and he did that all night. Lomachenko could not angle because Jermaine Ortiz was like, hell no, you ain't going over there. Hell no, you ain't going over there. Same thing again. Bam. Bam. There goes the arm. The moment he sees that combination, he knows what Lomachenko wants to do. So he puts that arm up and gets out of the way. But Lomachenko actually adjusted to that by saying, you know what? Screw it. I ain't going that way. So now, because you think I'm going that way and you think that I'm this one-trick pony that just wants to angle you, I'm gonna do free punches knowing that your arm is not gonna be up here where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna start moving into the opposite direction where you don't think I'm gonna go. Boom, just like that. He's not angling no more. He's like, I'm just gonna take those 2 and I'm gonna go. Bang, bang, right there. Bang, bang, see, not angling, bang, bang. So whatever Devin Haney puts up, I think it's going to take some time, maybe 3 rounds or 4 rounds for Lomachenko to figure out Devin Haney. But I do believe that Lomachenko still has enough in pro boxing to come in here, be quick, cat-like reflexes, still got him, as we've seen with his fights with Nakatani. And he's going to be able to use his angles against Devin Haney, who's uncomfortable when things get close. Devin Haney's uncomfortable when things get close. With Lomachenko, you can see that he adjusted and he started dominating. With Devin Haney versus Jojo Diaz, the whole fight was ugly throughout the whole thing, and he edged him out, but he never really fully took control of that fight. I think that Lomachenko is going to have enough to beat Devin Haney. So that is my prediction, is Lomachenko will beat Devin Haney. I do believe he won't knock him out. I think he will beat him by a majority decision. All right, so I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section. Nah, I'm the what? They didn't take me down. What you mean? Hold up, I'm still here, man. I'm still here. I put that video together. Hold on. Wait, what? Did it free? Hold on. What the heck? Oh, okay. No, I'm here. All right. They couldn't take me down for copyright. That's crazy, man. That was like everything was slow motion and everything. Come on now. That's not the same thing. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what you guys have to say. Let's see what you guys have to say. It froze for a moment. Oh, okay. No worries. All right, so what do you guys think? What do you guys think? My money is on Devin. The kid trains hard, plus his IQ is on point. Nah, I give it 100%. This is, like I said, this is a 50-50 fight. On paper, 100% is a 50-50 fight. But I got to pick one person. And if I was going to pick somebody, it's going to be Lomachenko. The last time Lomachenko was an underdog and people thought he was going to lose because of his previous performance was with Gary Russell Jr., and we saw what he did to Gary Russell Jr. I also believe that Lomachenko has way more experience than Devin Haney, not just in terms of his amateur background, which he had like 395 wins with one loss, which he avenged that one loss, by the way, so essentially he cleaned it up. He's fought people of higher caliber than Devin Haney. Does Devin Haney have the undisputed belt? Yes, but he only needed to fight one person to do that. Who actually collected the belts and went all over collecting them? It was actually Lomachenko. So Lomachenko will complete his journey of collecting all the belts once he fights Devin Haney, because he collected all of them except the IBF. So he was just trying to get the IBF from Teofimo, and he lost, but this will probably be his opportunity to get that belt. I do think that this will ring true. There's going to be like, this will be like another kind of Mayweather-Canelo situation where in the aftermath, people will say that Devin Haney was just too green for Lomachenko, and they'll take a little bit of credit away from Lomachenko after this fight, which in reality, there should be no credit taken away from Lomachenko after this fight, because Devin Haney is a beast. He's super talented, but I don't think a win over Kambosos or a win over Jojo Diaz or Linares is enough of a test for him to be ready for somebody like a Lomachenko. I don't think that's the case. Did Teofimo Lopez lose to Kambosos? Yes, but does that mean that Kambosos, in my opinion, is a high caliber fighter? No. I don't think he's a better fighter than Guillermo Rigondeaux. I don't think he's a higher level fighter than what's this guy that he fought? The Jamaican guy, I forget, Nicholas Walters. I don't think he's a higher level fighter than those guys, or Gary Russell Jr., for example. And Lomachenko was able to dominate those guys. And I still think that he's still at a high level. He still fights at a high level. People say he's old. That's like saying Floyd Mayweather was old when he fought Canelo Alvarez. And the way Loma fights and how he is and the way he does his angles, I think he's going to do really well against Devin Haney. But not taking anything away from Devin Haney, I still think Devin Haney is a beast. And can Devin Haney win the fight? Absolutely. This is a 50-50 fight on paper. But my prediction is that Lomachenko will be victorious and will finally become undisputed, which is what he's wanted to do for a long time. Just pick the opposite of Teddy Atlas pick. What did Teddy Atlas pick Devin Haney? Did Teddy Atlas just pick Devin Haney? Sir Kaiken, you swayed me, mostly because I forgot Loma's actual age. LOL, I'm going with Loma. Okay, nice. Nice, Sir Kaiken. It's going to be a tough fight for him, though. Also, doesn't Haney fade a bit in the later rounds? He does, and the later rounds is where you don't want to fade, because it takes about 2 to 3 rounds for Lomachenko to get your timing, your cadence, your tendencies, and things that will allow him to do those pivots and see when he could hit you with the 2-1 and how you're going to move from that 2-1, what you're going to do after that, and if he could start angling you. Don't be surprised if out of nowhere we'll start to see Lomachenko doing vintage Lomachenko stuff to Devin Haney. Before Lomachenko fought Gary Russell, people were like, Gary Russell's going to destroy Lomachenko. Remember, Lomachenko was coming off of a loss before he fought Gary Russell Jr. This is just history repeating itself. He lost to Teofimo, but he came back and he looked like vintage Lomachenko after that loss. People are thinking that he's going to lose because he lost to Teofimo. I bet you if he didn't lose to Teofimo, people would think that Lomachenko would be the one with the edge to beat Devin Haney. But because he lost to Teofimo, when people lose, that just puts in people's minds that they automatically are more likely to lose than somebody who's undefeated. But the truth is, Gary Russell Jr. was undefeated, and Lomachenko lost to Orlando Salido before he fought Gary Russell Jr. So he already had that loss that created that underdog situation for him against Gary Russell, and he wiped the floor with Gary Russell Jr. And then also when he fought Rigondeaux, that was a 50-50 fight on paper, and he completely decimated Rigondeaux, made him quit on his stool, even without knocking him down or hurting him, just because he didn't want to deal with all of the craziness and the complicated fashion of how Lomachenko was fighting. Not to mention he's a two-time Olympic gold medalist. That's not easy to do by any stretch of the imagination. If he could easily be the best amateur fighter of all time in terms of his amateur career. That speaks volumes, because what you do in the amateur is not about knockouts. It's about pinpoint accuracy, being able to make somebody miss, because it's all a point system. So he's gonna bring that into this. He's also gonna bring his whole Lomachenko style, and I think it's going to be enough to beat Devin Haney. So that is my prediction, guys. Hopefully you guys aren't upset. None of my predictions come from any place of malice or bias or anything like that. It's simply from my analysis of both of the fighters. Let's see. I'm really rooting for Loma. He's been on his undisputed dream for a while. Yeah, I do like Haney though, but I want Loma to achieve undisputed. Yeah. I mean, people come and say, hey, look, Haney got to be the best, and he's unbeatable because he's undisputed. But people forget that he only fought one person to be undisputed. It's essentially like winning one belt, if you think about it, because it only took him fighting one person to get all those belts. Someone else collected them, and now he has them. Now, you can't take that away from him because he earned it. He beat the person who had it, but it's essentially like he won one belt. And if you peel back, like if you look at everything from how many people did he fight perspective, he just fought one person. And he fought a person, in my opinion, that kind of edged out a win versus somebody who was just trying to knock him out and wasn't fighting correctly, was kind of out of his mind, just trying to get a knockout to make a point, and ended up getting a loss, a razor-thin loss against Teofimo. And then I don't think that Kambosos is really at that elite level. I just truly don't believe he's at that elite level, and that's who Devin Haney beat to become undisputed. I think it was a whole matter of circumstances, but I think the elite level is now for Devin Haney. So if Devin Haney does beat Lomachenko, then Devin Haney proves to everyone, to the world, and to me that he is ready for that super high elite caliber fighters. But he might be too green. He might be too green for Lomachenko, and we're going to find out on Saturday, tomorrow. But I do think that in the end, Lomachenko, we will find out that he was too green and that Lomachenko is still the Matrix. He's still that guy when it comes to boxing. All right, let's see. Lost to Orlando Salido first. Yeah, wait, what? Yeah, that was his first loss. Orlando Salido, which was the second fight before his fight with Gary Russell Jr. Do you think this will be Haney's last fight at 135? If Haney loses, I do believe it will be his last fight at 135. If Haney loses, I do believe this will be his last fight. Let me actually switch over, by the way, real quick. Let me switch over. Yeah, if he loses, it will be. If not, he'll probably stay in there longer so that he could defend his undisputed titles. A really good fight could be against Shakur Stevenson if he defeats Lomachenko. So I'm waiting to see, but if he does defeat Lomachenko, I think that's a really good fight for him to go against Shakur Stevenson. All right, let's take a look at these comments here. I don't blame Rigo at all. Even if I had infinite cardio, I don't know how long I'd hold up mentally hitting air and getting literally danced around. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I mean, he would duck really low. Like, you know how super low Rigondeaux likes to get, and Lomachenko would still beat him up. Like, while he was down there, he would still beat him up, which was just, it was demoralizing. Amadeus Ostello, I think frustration will get to Devin Haney because he won't be able to do what he wants automatically. I think that because Devin Haney likes to fight on the outside and because Lomachenko likes to fight on the inside, I think that Devin Haney will become frustrated because Lomachenko is going to be able to impose his fight on Devin Haney and be able to get on that inside and put it. And he this is the thing. If he gets on the inside, is pretty much donezo for Devin Haney if he could consistently do that, because he thrives on the inside while Devin Haney he collapses on the inside. Devin Haney needs to keep that distance. That's probably one of the reasons why Devin Haney is talking so weird about, oh, you're a dirty fighter and you like to punch on the break. Like, what do you mean you like to punch on the break? Like, what are you talking about? Like, people do dirty boxing all the time. When you punch in the clinch, you're not supposed to do that. And everyone does that. So it's like, that's not really a dirty fighter. A dirty fighter is somebody who likes to hit you with low blows. That's a real, that's something that you could express and be like, yo, you're a dirty fighter. You like to hit, throw low blows. But it's like, you like to punch on the break when you're breaking from a clinch. He's only saying that because he's planning to try to smother and clinch him during the times when Lomachenko gets on the inside. I'm positive that Devin Haney is going to try to clinch every time they get on the inside. And he's hoping that he doesn't get tagged on his way out of a clinch because, Lomachenko likes to throw punches while he's inside. And it's not so much that he's doing it because they're in a clinch or whatever. It's just because Lomachenko is constantly swiveling and moving and changing, switching stances and moving into different directions and getting on an angle. And he's attacking while you're trying to hold him. He's sometimes attacking you while you're trying to hold him, and it could become frustrating to a lot of fighters. All right, let's see. If Devin plays too defensively, it will look like Pac versus Broner. Ooh, I don't know. Devin Haney's really good with the jab. He's super good on the outside. He's super good. I don't know. Adrian Broner wasn't that good on the outside, in my opinion. Adrian Broner kind of sucked on the outside. It was almost like he was trying to mimic Mayweather's style. So he would use that shoulder roll and all that stuff, but he wasn't good with it. And that requires you to be somewhat on the inside. Adrian Broner, I think he used to not have that Floyd Mayweather style. And I think he was much better fighter at that when he didn't use that shoulder roll technique. But once he started implementing that shoulder roll technique, because I guess it became popular, I feel like that was difficult for him. Like for him to beat the high elite fighters like a Sean Porter or a Manny Pacquiao. Don't be surprised if Loma drops him. Hey, that's a possibility too, man. That's a possibility too. He's young, but it can happen. I have a feeling he'll be looking for power shots because he wants to prove that he's the best. And you talking about Devin Haney? YouTube Boxer 6007, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Sir Kaiken, I don't really rate Kambosos much. I think if he and Teal rematch, Teal smokes him. Teal was just not in his mind during that fight, Same with Loma. If he and Teal rematch, I think he probably watched Teal. Same thing. Because Loma was destroying him in round 7, 8, 9, 10. It was only in those final rounds that he kind of let him come back in. And really, like, if Loma was fighting the way he was fighting during that time, he would have just smoked Teofimo. But unfortunately, he took way too long to do that. I'm still rocking with Haney, but Lomachenko's footwork, angles, pivots, defense, head movement, and upper body movements will make it extremely difficult on the inside for Haney. So pumped for tomorrow. 100%. I can't wait. This is my most anticipated fight, guys. It wasn't Ryan versus Tank. I was hyped for the Ryan versus Tank fight because I knew that everybody else was hyped for it. I really wanted to watch it, but this is my most anticipated fight. And unlike that prediction, this prediction is different because Lomachenko is a proven fighter. He's fought people at the elite level. He doesn't freeze when the big spotlight is on him. He doesn't freeze. He actually rises to the occasion, as he's shown us with Guillermo Rigondeaux, Gary Russell Jr., Nicholas Walters, and the list goes on and on. Here we go, Adrian Dones. Hope you enjoy the fights tomorrow. Oh, the super chat, $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Adrian Dones. I appreciate that. Thank you, brother. Enjoying the IRL boxing content. Thank you so much, man. That's why we do it, man. We do it for guys like you. We do it for guys like this, too. Hugh Jakes, smash that like button. Come on, guys. If you haven't hit the like, please hit the like. It helps the channel grow, and we could keep on talking about IRL boxing as long as you're hitting that like. I'm not saying it go up, by the way. I still see it. Until I see that go up, I don't know. I might not keep talking until I see that go up. At least one tick, man. Come on now. Somebody got to hit that like button. Somebody. Come on now. I'm not saying nothing. It's still static. It's still static. If I don't see a tick, I'm not going to. If I don't see a tick, it's still static. Come on. Oh, what happened? What? Did we lose? Come on, let me get it. We lost visual. We lost visual. Wait, hold on. Is this thing? You know what? This might not be. Oh, man. My whole joint was frozen. Hold up. My whole joint was frozen. That's why I wasn't seeing it go up. It's not y'all fault, man. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. My whole thing was frozen, so I wasn't actually seeing the likes. I already hit the like. It's not you guys, it's me. Hold up. It's not you guys, it's me. I should be back. I should be back. Hold on. Yeah. I should be back. Yeah, everything's good. All right, yeah, you guys are good. Y'all hit the like. We're good. Hold on. By the way, guys, do not ask me any questions about Undisputed because I cannot talk about Undisputed on my channel contractually. I'm their content manager. I work with Steel City Interactive, so I can only talk about the game on their socials, on their YouTube. So you can't ask me anything about it. I mean, I guess you can, but I'm not going to answer it because contractually I cannot talk about it on a separate platform other than their Undisputed platform. So just putting that out there. I'm already seeing things in here about that. So Haney with the huge push on Loma at the weigh-in. Oh, really? Man, I got to see that, man. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the person who's winning the psychological mind game is Lomachenko, man. The whole, you a dirty fighter, you punch on the break. That's weird to me, bro. That's super weird to me. It's just very, very weird. Very, very weird. Loma's 2-1 is even more devastating because those are right-handed jabs. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. And then it's basically like he's hitting you with power punches over and over again. Because when he swivels it, he creates he puts enough force to make it a power punch. Because if you're throwing the jab, if you're throwing the two first, you turn your body. So that turn, so if you're like, let's say I'm throwing the jab, right? My body's already turned. That's why this hand is going to be a power shot. So if I throw this hand, boom, right? If I throw this hand, it's a power shot. But now, because I'm turned this way, this hand is also, boom, a power shot. So that's why it's called the swivel jab, because you're basically turning your body to throw the jab as opposed to just jabbing from the stationary position and maybe taking that step forward, right? Or dropping your foot to transfer the energy to this side, to drop the weight to this side so you can have a little bit more power on it. You're actually turning it into a power jab. You're turning it into a power shot, almost like it's just like a left straight, right? It almost feels like a left straight, or in Lomachenko's, because he's a southpaw, it'll feel, like a left straight. Wait, I'm so confused. No, it'll feel like a straight right. It'll feel like a straight right. No single. I already hit the uppercut. Uppercut the like. Yeah, yo, guys, thank you so much. By the way, you guys had gotten the likes up. The likes were going up. We got it at 20, right? You guys was doing y'all thing. My whole thing was frozen. The data, the stats were all frozen from like 30 minutes ago. So I'm over here thinking I only got like 15 viewers and it's actually 36 with like 20 likes. I was way off. So my bad, guys. That's on me. Like I said, it's not you, it's me. Thank you so much. Ain't no signal. They hacking you today. What you mean? Ain't no signal. They hacking you today. Oh, nah. That's my camera. Don't worry about that. My camera. I had it on by accident for before the live stream, so it's over. It just like was overheating a little bit, so it turns off like for safety or whatever. Hopefully it stays on enough so for the last 6 minutes of the live stream. Nope, can't talk about that YouTube boxing. You already know I can't talk. We can't talk about that YouTube boxing up in him. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that Dirty Fighter stuff is so cringe. Not into that. Yeah, and if it was that Lomachenko was low blowing, all right, he's a dirty fighter. He's low blown. I get it. He low blowing. He's a dirty fighter. Whatever. But if it's like he punches on the break, what the heck are you talking about? That's like saying, yo, don't be a dirty fighter. Don't clinch me ever. Like you're probably training to clinch. It's like, what do you mean? You're dirty. You're training to clinch me. Yeah, but like that's part of boxing. But you're doing it, right? And don't train to hold my head a little bit or move my head because that means you cupping me and that you a dirty fighter. It's like, what are you talking about, bro? Like these are things people do. Like people just do these things in boxing. Like what? Punching in the clinch is dirty and everyone does it, including Devin Haney. Like that's weird. Dirty boxing or you're a dirty boxer, blah, 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 should be low blows or somebody who loves to punch you in the back of the head and they aim for the back of your head. That's dirty boxing where you could be like, yo, you dirty. Or headbutt somebody, like to headbutt or something. But come on, bro. Like, really? Like, oh, you're going to punch on the break, so you a dirty fighter. Come on, Devin Haney. You better than that, bro. You're better than that. But that's letting me know that Lomachenko, he's winning the mind game. More pressure is on Devin Haney, too. He's undefeated. He's undisputed. And he beat one person to be undisputed while Lomachenko went and collected all those belts for him. Lomachenko did the legwork. Devin Haney beat one guy. There's a lot that's probably in Devin Haney's mind where he feels he needs to prove himself. And this fight is the fight for him to do that. Hopefully he does it. It'll be cool if he does it for his sake, for his career, for him moving forward and whatever. But I just don't think that will be the case. I think that Lomachenko is he's still top tier. He's still top tier. He's not old. He's not on his way out. He's still top tier, and he shows it all the time. In his fight with Richard Comey, in his fight with Nakatani, and his ability to adjust against Jermaine Ortiz when Jermaine didn't let him angle, he figured out different ways. Oh, sorry, Fanatico. LOL, I wasn't asking a question about the game if you were wondering. No, it's cool, man. I saw it. I saw what it was. But I prefer that we not even talk about it in the chat at all. That would probably be the best thing for this community so that we could just focus on the stuff that we're doing on here. Like straight up, if you want to see a dirty fighter, maybe go watch this fight against Salido. Where Salido was cracking him with those low blows, bro. Cracking him. But still, whatever. I think he learned from that fight. Which is crazy because that was his second fight and he lost. And then the third fight, he got the title shot. And people were like, does he even deserve to be here? And then he smoked Gary Russell Jr. And everybody was like, yeah, he deserves to be there. I have Loma beating some sense into Haney. Okay, I see you. I see you with the Shakur Stevenson profile too. Anything can happen, but I feel like Devin Haney doesn't respect Lomachenko at all. He better. That's a dangerous thing, not respecting Lomachenko. That's Lomachenko. That's Lomachenko. Weigh in. Haney, 34.9 pounds. Loma, 135. Yeah, that's what it was earlier this morning, too. The exact thing. 135. I said it earlier in the stream before they even did the weigh-in. I said 134.9 and 135 Lomachenko. It's just gamemanship. He's trying to get the refs alert so he won't take any damage on the inside. Yeah, no, I know. But that's the thing. I know what he's trying to do. He's just trying to put it in the atmosphere so that when he does it, he could just point and then people could say it and then the commentators notice that and be like, that's what Devin Haney was saying. He was talking about getting punched on the inside, getting punched on the break, and that's what we're seeing right now. And then he wants the crowd of the TV watching it like, oh, he's doing what Devin Haney said he was going to do. So he's trying to put it in the atmosphere so people pay attention to it when it happens. But really, it doesn't really matter because Lomachenko doesn't do it in a way where like the referee's like break and then as the ref is in between them, he throws another like right hook. He doesn't really do it like that. They might separate themselves and when the person thinking that is a good money, let me reset, he'll hit you with that 2-1. But that's boxing, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I believe his gamesmanship is not just him really trying to tell him not to do it. It's just him trying to put an eyeball on it before it even happens. And Loma said it took Haney 3 attempts to make weight this morning. Really? Why would it take him 3 attempts? He came in less than Loma at 134.9. So that's kind of crazy. Devin Haney feels like he was owed this fight 4 years ago, and I think that is going to come back to bite him. No, man, if he would have fought him 4 years ago, he would have definitely lost. And he was not owed the fight 4 years ago. Because the belt he had was the belt they took away from Lomachenko, who didn't lose the belt, to give it to him so that Lomachenko could have a better belt. So it was too confusing, and it didn't make any sense. And Lomachenko was the one who won that belt to begin with. So Devin Haney was just wearing a belt that Lomachenko won. He didn't even have to fight for the belt in a vacant battle to get the belt. He just was given the belt that Lomachenko actually won. Oh, we got disconnected again. Hold up. We're going to be right back. See if we can get this. I got to say my goodbyes. I got to be on screen when I do it, too. Like, what the heck? You guys can hear me, though, right? I'm going to make sure that my camera is not on before the live stream. I should turn this bad boy off. All right. We're going to go ahead and say our goodbyes. Let me see if I'm back. Trying to see if I'm back on here. Come on. Here we go. Okay, I'm back. All right, guys. It's the top of the hour, so we are done. 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. Don't miss Boxing Fanatico live. And we will be live on Monday to talk about the fight that happened tomorrow. So we'll be live the 2 days later on Monday. So please join me at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Monday so we could talk about this. Am I going to be wrong? Am I going to be right? Did I predict this correctly? I'm pretty good with my predictions. I'm pretty good. Is this one of my predictions that ring true? Let's see. Or is also Lomachenko is the underdog in terms of the betting odds. So I'm telling you, not being defeated is a big thing in the public eye. They think that that's enough. But Lomachenko was defeated when he went against Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. was undefeated and the favorite, and Lomachenko was able to stay calm and beat him. All right, here we go. Let's see. Hold up. What we got over here? Hold on. Nah, I didn't take 3 attempts. Haney came in at like 135.1, stripped down to 134.9. Okay. Bye, bro. Love you. Same thing, David Morales. Love you too, brother. Love you too. Hold on. AKA Mr. Talk Too Much. Well, why Loma duck Haney if he was so green in 2019? Once again, you guys are so misinformed about the whole ducking Haney. Lomachenko was the actual champion. He was the WBC champion. They elevated him to franchise champion. They gave his belt that he won to Devin Haney. So Devin Haney had the WBC belt that he did not fight for that was given to him from Lomachenko. He didn't fight Devin Haney because he was told that this franchise belt is the new super belt. It's the elevated belt. Devin Haney has the regular WBC. You only need to fight Teofimo if you want to complete undisputed. How crazy weird would it be if they're like, oh, yeah, you won that WBC belt. Now we're going to give you the franchise belt. And, oh, by the way, go fight for the WBC belt again to have both the franchise belt and the regular WBC so that you could actually be having 3 belts before you fight Teofimo. No, that didn't make no sense. They elevated him to franchise champion. He was elevated. He had the WBC belt. Why does he have to fight somebody that just was given the belt that he had? That makes no sense. Even if you don't want to acknowledge the franchise belt, you do have to understand that the belt that Devin Haney had was his belt. Because he was given the franchise belt, they gave Devin Haney his belt. Devin Haney never won that belt. Devin Haney never won it. He never even fought for it in a vacant fight. He was given that belt. So you mean to tell me the dude's going to work mad hard, collect 3 belts, and then one of his belts is going to get elevated, and then they're going to force him to fight for the same belt that he already won without the other person winning it? That don't make no sense. It makes more sense for him to fight Teofimo, and if he wants to clean it all up for people like you, he could have fought Devin Haney after he became undisputed. That's it. He didn't petition for the franchise title. Bob Arum petitioned for the franchise title for him as his promoter. He didn't petition for it. Bob Arum did it. The franchise is a protection belt. I ain't misinformed. It's not a protection belt. It's a super belt. The same way the WBA super belt is a protection belt. Was it a protection belt when they lifted the WBA status to super to give it to Floyd Mayweather so he didn't have to fight mandatories? It's like when Floyd Mayweather does it, that ain't protecting nobody. He's just Floyd Mayweather. But when they do it for Canelo Alvarez or they do it for somebody like Lomachenko, all of a sudden it's a protection belt. Gotcha. Cook 'em, Fanatico. Haney is in the books as undisputed. Loma and Takashi Lopez are not. That's fine, but that's because of the confusion with the franchise belt. If the WBA regular belt was the true belt, then everybody who's had the WBA super belt would not be undisputed, right? But that was what was put in place. Hey, the super belt is better than the WBA regular belt. The super belt was created for Floyd Mayweather. WBA super belt was created for Floyd Mayweather. Therefore, Floyd was elevated. The WBA became a regular belt, but the WBA super belt was considered the actual belt that was part of the lineal title reign, lineal win that gives you the undisputed status. Nobody knew if that wasn't the case with the WBC. It just happened for the first time. It was just happening for the first time. It was very confusing for so many people. And with Lomachenko, he's not going to go back and fight for his title. That's mad ridiculous. Imagine you won a belt, right? Imagine you won a belt, and then he's like, yo, we're going to give you a better belt. And it's like, all right, cool. I'm trying to be undisputed, though. Like, what's going on? Nah. We're going to give you a better belt. You're going to be the better champion, and we're going to give this belt to somebody else. We're going to give it to this guy, right? Let's just give it to him. All right, cool. And now you want your belt back? You got to fight him first now. Now we just took it away from you. You fought for it. You won it, but now you got to fight him to get it back. Even though nobody beat you for it. He ain't beat you for it, but you got to fight him to get it back. And then you could go ahead and fight Teofimo to be undisputed. Come on, bro. Give me a break. It don't work. I know y'all want it to fit. Like y'all trying to put a round peg into a square hole. Like I know like it would make you feel so good if y'all could make it fit. But it just simply doesn't fit. It's dumb. It's a dumb argument. Devin Haney was not going to even beat Lomachenko. Lomachenko was not scared. Lomachenko going to be more scared to fight a Devin Haney that lacks the power that a Teofimo Lopez has than to fight a Teofimo Lopez and a more raw Devin Haney that he didn't even fight Jojo Diaz at that time yet. He wasn't even that guy yet at all. Like people just didn't know. Come on, man. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. You just don't know what you're talking about. I know it sounds cool, but you don't know what you're talking about. Great. You ain't undisputed unless you hold or four, period. Great. But think about the logistics of how that happened. You think he's scared of Devin Haney who didn't actually beat him for it? You think he's scared of Devin Haney who they gave his belt to? Like, I won it. I did the work. I actually won the title. I'm actually the lineal champion. And then they gave me a better belt. And now I got to do double the work for my belt that now I got to have the franchise and the WBC. Come on, man. Come on. Look, even my camera don't want to hear it no more, bro. Even my camera don't want to hear it. I'm not saying, this dude said, that's your opinion, Fanatico. I'm not saying that you're wrong in terms of the whole, what was viewed as correctly being undisputed or not. But the WBC did say that was for all the marbles and it was undisputed right before he fought Teofimo. So they did acknowledge it. It was acknowledged by the sanctioning bodies in terms of the WBC organization. So it was acknowledged by them. You could not want to acknowledge it, but it was acknowledged by them. Plus, I said, it's your channel. You got the mic and the gavel. I feel you. Nah, man, it's because I'm right. Project Jab, did you see the weigh-in? What do you think about Haney shoving Loma into another dimension? I'm going to actually watch that after this. I didn't get to watch that because I went live at 7 p.m. But I'm going to watch that after this. My man Hashi said, I'm loving the overtime. Bro, man. Nah, I like it when people come in like that, though. I like it when people come in like that because I like differences of opinions. The WBC made this confusing for no reason. Yes, it became confusing because of the franchise belt, and they wanted to seem different from the WBA, so they were like, nah, it's not a super belt. It's like, it's franchise super. Nah, it ain't. It's different. So it's like, so is it an elevate? So then why did somebody get the regular one? Nah, it's just and that created a confusion, but the person who actually put in the work to win it was Lomachenko. It wasn't Devin Haney. It wasn't Devin Haney. And you know damn well the roles were reversed. And Devin Haney won the WBC title. And they elevated him to franchise. And they gave the WBC to Lomachenko. You would be like, there ain't no point of him fighting Lomachenko because Lomachenko was emailed that belt. You know you would say that. But because it's Devin Haney, you don't want to you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about it. Wait, you're going to sit here and tell me as a fact Dev loses to Loma 4 years ago? Nothing's a fact. Boxing is boxing, but he definitely going. I have Lomachenko. I'm predicting Lomachenko to beat him tomorrow, and he should be better, right? He should be better now than he was 4 years ago. So if Lomachenko does beat him tomorrow, then that means he definitely would have beat him 4 years ago, right or wrong, right or wrong. Don't put yourself in a corner. Don't put yourself in a corner because we could prove this tomorrow. He said don't switch it up, but we could prove this tomorrow, right or wrong. If he wins tomorrow, would that indicate that he would have beaten him 4 years ago? Yes or no? Now I'm answering your question with a question that answers your question. You understand what I'm saying? I'm answering your question with a question that actually answers your question once you answer that. You're the one who just put yourself in a corner. How? What? Oh my God. Okay, now we can't. Now we can't. Oh no, it doesn't. So he gonna be. So okay, according to AK Mr. Talk Too Much, which that's a perfect name for you. He said that the dude would have lost. Man, now he talking about it's the best man on the night of the fight. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Let's just leave it at that, bro. When it's a biased conversation, there's nothing we could do. I'm not, when it comes to these things, I'm super like, I pull myself away from, my favorite fighter is Shakur Stevenson. I'll still pull myself away and be objective in my analysis of both fighters. But when you come in here with a whole thing like, oh, I love Devin Haney no matter what, you always gonna have an argument like, oh no, he could have won 4 years ago. Even if he loses tomorrow, he's not the better man. Come on, bro. If he loses tomorrow, he's a better man than he was 4 years ago. So that dude will still beat the Devin Haney tomorrow will beat the Devin Haney from 4 years ago. But the Devin Haney tomorrow, if he loses to Lomachenko, would beat Lomachenko 4 years ago. Come on, man. Just make it make sense. If you make it make sense, that's it. If you make it make sense, the argument could, like, we could have a real argument. But you're not doing that. You just team Haney no matter what. Like, listen, I love Floyd Mayweather, but I'll keep it real with so many different things. He was given a super belt, and you're not talking about that. You're not talking about his super elevated status and how that protected him because he didn't have to do mandatories when he was elevated, and he didn't have to go and fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was given the regular belt. Why didn't he fight Keith Thurman to solidify and fuse the two belts and turn it into a transformer? Why he ain't do that? Why you ain't talking about that? Because you're coming in here with a bias. That's why. Because you're coming in here with a bias. Anyways, we got to end it because this has been 13 minutes of me talking to Mr. Talk Too Much. So we got to end this off. He need to get off his knees. Yo, man. Nah. We definitely got to end it. AKA your speech development a little, my dude. Yeah, man. He just don't know what to say no more, man. Ain't no bias. You can end it, Judge. All right, cool. We gonna see tomorrow. If Loma wins, this is the scary thing. They fighting tomorrow. So, like, if Loma beats him, then it could be like, if Devin Haney beats Loma, then it's like, damn, he was ready for him. It won't actually disprove any of my arguments. If Loma beats Devin Haney, then Devin Haney definitely wasn't ready for him 4 years ago because he can't beat him now. So basically, I'm good, and then you're in a corner. That's why I'm telling you, you in a corner, bro. Don't put yourself in a corner. You talking all high and mighty, and the fight is tomorrow. It could literally prove if Devin Haney was ready for him 4 years ago, because he has to be ready for him tomorrow. He's younger, right? He should be ready. If he was ready 4 years ago, he's ready tomorrow night. And if he loses, that's why you backed yourself in a corner. That's why you backed yourself in a corner. Because now you're going to look dumb if he loses. Now you're going to have to say stuff like he just wasn't the better man that night. You're going to have to say all of these mental gymnastics to try to make it make sense for you because you're trying to think that Devin Haney 4 years ago would have won the fight. Anyways, my camera's like, yo, Ed, chill, bro. I got to go. All right, let me turn this back on just so I can say bye. And I'm really going to say bye. I don't even care what this man said, man, because I'll be here forever. All right, let's see if this come back on. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, here we go. All right, we're back. All right. And we're gone. All right, anyways, whatever. We'll leave it like this. Peace out, guys. I'll make sure that my camera is not on before the live stream. Make sure this doesn't happen again. But I'll see you guys on Monday. Can't wait for the fight tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace.